Cynthia Lovold, and I'm the other part of Saddle Rock Pottery. And I collaborate with my husband Bruce on some of the pieces that he throws, doing some application decorations on the outside of some of the pieces. But I've recently been doing tile work as well. And so today we're going to demonstrate rolling a slab. This is our slab roller that we recently acquired, and I'm going to roll out some clay for you here, and then show you how to cut tiles, and then some decorating applications. So we've got about 3 pounds of clay here, and rather than wedging it like you do for wheel throwing, we just kind of slap it on the flat surface to flatten it out and also get the air out of it. It's not too bad though, because it's recently been through a pug mill, and it'll flatten out really nice and usually gets most of the air bubbles out when we put it through the slab roller like this. And you put it on a piece of canvas so that it doesn't stick. Try to keep that as flat as possible. Roll it like that to the end. Back. And you have a nice uniform, even piece of clay. So we're going to transfer this over to my working station and cut some tiles. So now we're going to take the tile cutter. I have this cutter makes a 4-inch tile when it's gone through the process. Clay shrinks as it dries and goes through the firing process. So this is larger than 4 inches, and but it'll make a perfect 4-inch tile. So we're just going to leave our clay on the canvas. Give it a nice push. It's nice and soft. Pop that out. And we're going to try not to move the clay too much between cuts. What I'm doing with this clay in particular, just going to gently move this over a little bit. I'm actually recutting pieces for a project that I'm going to cut these diagonally later, and for corner pieces, I'm recutting these because these got a little bit warped, so I'm not happy with those. So I'm going to recut those and make them a little bit thicker. This is a plaster mold that I made, and I can use it for slump molding. So if I wanted to, I could take a piece of this clay and form it over this and make a formed piece, but actually I'm just using this nice round part for a template. And it fits nicely there, so I'm just going to cut around it for my circle piece for the middle of my tile project. Just remove those pieces. There we go. I will let these sit here and dry a little bit, get a little bit firmer before I work them. You want to get them so that they're leather hard, and otherwise right now the clay is too squishy to work, and if you work it too soon, that makes the tile want to curl. So you want to mess with them as little as possible. But I'll show you a piece in a moment here that's leather hard, and we can actually do some work on it. This is a piece of clay that is leather hard. This one isn't quite thick enough to be a tile, but I just want to demonstrate a technique that I use this pointy tool. It's really nice, multi-purpose kind of a tool, and I love leaves and I love branches, and so I'm just going to do this little tree here, and we'll do some little branches off of him, and it's soft enough. It's been sitting for about a day or so under some plastic. But I can go in here and make these little leaves on here. And I have lots of other little tools. Just about anything can be a nice little tool to use for making this. But I also have some special, these are actually leather tools that I use. And can make some little berries growing off of this little bush branch or something like that. Can add anything you want. Add a little bird sitting up here, a little butterfly or something, and then you can also applique other leather pieces to the tile itself. And this is one that I've been working on, and I just made this popple tree. It's kind of the busted off. We've all seen them walking in the woods. Top of the tree breaks off and gets black and whatever. And here's an old stump with a squirrel sitting on it, and tree with some moss. So hopefully this is actually a white clay, and so when we get it out of the kiln for the first time, it's going to be nice and white. So I can come in here and add all the colors in, and maybe some yellow to the leaves for the fall, and I'll come back in and glaze that and fire it again, and then it'll be done.